What's going on, guys? In this video, we are going to go over how to pull market data from Google Finance and put it into Google Sheets. Why would you want to do something like this? Well, it's to create awesome portfolios like this. I do have a video on this. I walk you through every last step on how to make it. It's in two parts. They're kind of lengthy, both 20 minutes long or roughly about that. But you can click on the upper right-hand corner right now to watch those videos. But right now, we're just going to talk about how to pull market price. We're going to put on a nice blank sheet, but the answers are right here. This link will be in the description. You could click on it so you could see everything we could pull. It's more than just price. We could pull price, the high, the low, the market, the cap, the volume, trade time, all of this data that you could put into Google Finance, and then it updates as the market updates. So here we go. Let's dive right in. And before that, smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell notification. I am coming out with new content every single week to educate you guys on the stock market so you can become better investors, better traders, and all that good stuff. Let's dive in. So what are we going to do? We're going to hit equals. We're going to be putting in a function. We type in Google Finance. You click on that, and it walks you right through it. It shows you exactly what to do. It's the easiest thing ever. If you don't see this nice little cheat sheet, it's right here, the little question mark. You just click on that. It pops up. It's right here. So it's asking for Google. We can put in whatever stock. We'll do Google. So open parentheses, open quotations. I'm going to type in the Google ticker symbol. We're going to close those quotations, hit that comma. It's asking for price. So we're then going to type in price. Remember, this is the attribute, right? You see right here. So it doesn't have to be price. We could type in the price. We could type in the PE. We could type in the market cap, you name it, right? Everything that was on that list I showed you. So we are hitting price, close quotation. We are now going to close the parentheses. I know it's asking for more stuff, but first I want to show you, this is just going to pull what the current price is. So there you go for Google. If we click back on this, let's continue typing this out. Now it wants other stuff. So if we give it a range, so how about the past month? I'm going to do, let's see, if it's October 15th right now, I'm going to do 9-15-2020. Close, comma, open, 10-15-2020, close, comma, and then the last thing, it's asking for the interval. We're going to do daily. We could either do daily or weekly. So we're going to type in daily right now, hit enter. It's going to pull all of the data. Here's all of the closing prices for Google over the past month. If we click on date, we could change the daily to weekly. And there you go. There it is at the end of every week. So this is every Friday at 4 o'clock, what Google has been over this interval of time. Now that's pretty boring. Really doesn't give us too much data. If you are logging onto this, or if you have a bunch of different stocks, you'll have no clue which stock is which. So that's when we get to something like this. So say you have a list of all of the stocks you're invested in. So I just made this list of stocks. We're going to go to price. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to hit equals Google. We're going to type Google Finance, right? Now it says ticker. Instead of typing in the ticker, we're going to click on the cell where the ticker's at. So for me, it's B4. So where Apple is. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to do comma. We're going to do price. So we're going to open quotations, type in price, close quotations, close parentheses, hit enter. Now it pulls that data for us. Now what's really cool about this is we could change it. Say we don't want Apple, say it was Microsoft. So we type in the ticker symbol for Microsoft. It loads the new data, right? Now it's 219 instead of 120. Let's put it back to Apple. And if we do this, we don't need to plug it in a million different times. We just got to click on that. Loads all of the data for us. There's the price for all of the stocks. And if you're nitpicky like me and you like to see this in dollar signs, you could throw that in dollar signs just like that. There you go. And you could go one step further. It doesn't have to just be price. It's what whatever is on this list. I mean, me just showing you this alone deserves that like and subscribe. But let's do PE ratio. It's just PE. So we click on that, equals Google Finance. We're going to do the ticker right there. That, open parentheses, we're going to type in PE, close parentheses, close quotation, hit enter. There's our PE. Double tap this, pulls the PE for the rest. GE and Ford do not have PE ratios because they are garbage stocks. That's because it's negative. So we're just going to get rid of them. And if you have these in your portfolio, you should do the same. Sell them, get rid of them. There's no reason you should have that. I'm not a financial advisor. Anyway, that's it. That's really, I'm keeping this video nice and simple. That's really the first steps you need to know. Now you can create more complex things like this. You can mess around, create really cool things in Google Sheets, create all of these crazy portfolios. If you like this video, again, I'm going to say it one more time, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, leave any comments if you have any questions. You guys rock, and I will see you in the next one.